CarolJo's. I am Carol, the owner and creator of everything you find at CarolJo's.com. And I still haven't figured out why in the world is my YouTube shadowy. I'm like, dear Lord, it's the same phone. Don't get it. Hold on, I need to look at one setting though. How much? Okay, I'll be fine there. Sorry, everybody on YouTube. I had to check to see how much percentage I had left on my phone. All right. I am going to bring up my backup account so that I can see comments. So let me turn down the volume. Let me bring up TikTok. Oh, thank you, Joya, for sharing out the live. I haven't even had a chance to talk, really. I just have had something happen that here good, but I've been working on it. So it's kind of like, ooh, I'm in that mode right now. All right. There we go. All right. So I'm going to grab a bead mat because I haven't done that yet. Tonight is Monday and we go live 6 days a week here on TikTok. Hi, Lisa. I go live on YouTube 4 days a week. Those are 2 tutorials and 2 chats. This week is going to be a little bit different. I do not have a live scheduled for Wednesday night. So I am taking out one of the chat nights this week. So this week we will have 2 tutorials. No. Let me think about this. 1 tutorial and 1 chat night. The reason being is that normally when I would do a tutorial on Saturday, I am going to be doing a bead sale for a pop-up, virtual pop-up. So sorry, we're going to have 1 tutorial, 1 chat this week. So that means I'm only going to have 2 days here with you guys on TikTok. Sorry. I always go live at 8 p.m. Central, Monday through Thursday. And then on Fridays, I go live anytime after 12:30 in the afternoon and then 7 p.m. Central. And then normally on Saturdays, I will go live sometime between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. All those times are Central. Yeah, if I said TikTok, I'm sorry. I'm just like totally floored when I thought about my schedule. So I'm getting it wrong. Please don't get upset with me. So I will be live on YouTube twice this week. So tomorrow night will be bead sale, and that will be on YouTube only. Not on YouTube, TikTok. It will be on TikTok only. I think I just need to start the day over. Holy wow. Maybe just start the live over, not my day. Hi, WWE Unboxing. How are you tonight? So we've got those tomorrow night, TikTok bead sale, 8 p.m. Whew. Sheesh. And then on Wednesday, I will not have a live this week. Thursday will be chat night. Friday at 5 p.m. Central, I will be doing jewelry on TikTok. Gotta think. It might be 4. Let me go double check what I posted because I want to get this right, everybody. Holy, I'm having a moment. Cannot remember what times I said. There we go. I got to just double check my time here. 4 p.m. And that will be on TikTok and my Facebook group. At 7 p.m. on Friday on TikTok, I will be doing a bead sale. Saturday, like I said, we have the virtual pop-up event, and that will be doing beads and some findings and chain. And that is at 9 a.m. Saturday morning, Central Time. So it's a little bit earlier than normal. So that is what we have going on for this week. Hi, Mia. How are you doing? So tonight, like I said, is going to be a tutorial night. And I wanted to do something because this week is just a little bit chaotic, and we were asked a week or 2 ago to go back to some of the basics, and we did the basic stretchy bracelet last week. Tonight we are going to do the wire bracelet. And what I mean by a wire bracelet, if I have one next to me, I may not have one. and I do not. So a wire bracelet is just one that you have the toggle or a lobster clasp on using wire and crimp tubes to make it. Tonight I have one of my suede bracelets on. I did not grab a wire one. So that is what we're going to do tonight, is some of the basics of jewelry making. And with this, we're going to do bracelet size ones, but you can make it longer and make them necklaces. So that's the one great thing about some of the jewelry making here, is that once you learn one skill, it can be done into more ways to create different things. Hi, Sophia's Dragon. So that is what we have tonight. So I'm going to explain some things to you before we start getting into the making of it, so you understand a little bit of the behind all the things that you want to do. One of the things is you will need crimp tubes to do this. Crimp tubes look like this. I'm going to show TikTok first. Hi, Rose. And this is here on YouTube. Crimp tubes come in different sizes. I use the 2mm size crimp tubes. Where do I get my crimp tubes? I actually just Google usually crimp tubes 2mm sterling silver. I did go to a bead store down in the Phoenix, Arizona area, and I bought a whole bunch down there this winter. And so I have a supply of them. That's one of the supplies that I don't sell, is the crimp tubes, just to let everybody know. I won't ever sell them, because getting them and the prices fluctuate on sterling silver. I just do not plan on ever using them or getting them to resell to you guys. But I would recommend, you can go to Google, or you can Google them, you can go to Amazon, you can go to different places online on Etsy. Hi, Sandra. Thank you. I hope you had a great Mother's Day too. So that's just, there's a few supplies that I just don't carry, and that's one of them. But you need the crimp tubes, and I prefer crimp tubes. Some people are okay with the crimp. There's a crimp bead, which is a circular one. I just don't care for that one as much as I like the tubes. But the one thing I will say about them is make sure they are sterling silver. I actually have not been looking at my messages, but thank you, Joya. I feel bad. I took the day yesterday to really concentrate on Mother's Day and to also do invoicing. So I stayed off social media, and I even stayed off of social media a lot today. So, and I'll tell you why in just a little bit as we're getting in and making why I did what I did with today. So, but sterling silver hardens when you use it. And so it will hold your wires and such. Whereas if you use the like a brass base or a different base than the sterling silver, you won't have that hardening effect, and you will lose your design after a while. And we don't really want to lose what we've created. So that's why I recommend, there's not a lot of times where I say you have to spend the money. You get what you get because of the price point. But on your crimp tubes, I will say that. Always buy sterling silver crimp tubes. Okay? So that's the biggest thing I will tell you. You will also need wire. So here I have bead wire. And this one is a 19 strand bead wire. I went and I found it, but it's kind of like coming off of its reel here. I have 7 strand bead wire here too. So this one's a 7 strand. They come in different diameters, no matter if it is 7, 19, 21, 49. They'll come in different diameters. You just need to find the diameter of the wire that you like. But I'm going to explain 7 strand versus, I'm sorry, this one's 21 strand, even though it doesn't have one on there, it's 21. They will come in 19 or 21. And then here, this one is 49. What that means is that you have 7, either 19 or 21, or 49 strands of little wires all woven together to create that bead wire. And hi, Valentina. And what that means is that you are going to get different flexibility in your wire based on that number. So here we have the unraveled, it keeps unraveling, 7mm. 7mm, you will see, isn't as forgiving when you have it there. This will never come out, and it will always be a little bend there. When you also are here and playing with it, you'll see there isn't much give to it. I have to make it and force it to do what it wants to do there. All right. Here is our 21 to, or it can either be 19 or 21. It's usually the middle one. They come in both numbers. But do you see, it's not, I mean, it's moving on its own. It takes a little bit more to get a crink in it than it does on the 7. And it, and I mean, I had this in here, right here, in the little loopy thing right here. Hold on, let me get it there again, like that, so that I wouldn't lose it. If that were happening with our 7, when I take this off, it will automatically be that crink that you saw before. Yes, we have a little crink, but he'll go back a little bit. He may not go back completely, but it won't be as bad as a 7. The 49, this one has a plastic thing on it so you don't get the crink. The 49 is extremely movable. He has more play in him. He also, if I were to like pinch it, it's not going to have that crease in it like the 7 does. It's more forgiving, more pliable. So if there's any questions about what one to use or descriptions of it, please put it in the chat. I'll answer your questions on it. But I personally, I bought this 49 a long time ago. And so back in that day, it was $11.27. I'm thinking it's a lot more now. Let's go look at what it costs at, because this came from Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to go look at the price. So this will just tell you. So the larger the strand count, the more it will be. So let's go see what it is at Hobby Lobby now. 49. I have not made the Taylor Swift bracelets, but they can be made with stretchy in any design you would like, you know, to fit what you're looking for. Oh, let's see. I'm looking here. So the 7-strand beadalon is $7.49, which this is the $7.49, and that's beadalon. There's beadalon, there's AccuFlex, there is SoftFlex. There's all different types of names for it. Yes. Let's see what we have also. Oh, I have made so many that I just love. I'm a love making jewelry no matter what. I don't know that I have a favorite. They don't have in here how much it costs for each of those. It won't give me all the options for it, but it's going to be more expensive. I can tell you that right now. This was like years ago price. As I say, I love making druzy bracelets, but I also like druzy necklaces too. Druzys are like one of my favorite. My favorite color is sage green. And Joya over here on TikTok says, hi, YouTubers. She says hello. So I'm live on 2 different social medias right now, so I go back and forth with my eye contact, and I'm not trying to like choose one over the other. Just to let everybody know. All right, so that's supplies that you are going to need. You'll need wire and the crimp tubes. Anytime you're doing anything with the wire bracelets or the wire necklaces. The tools that you're going to need to do this, I always use bead stoppers. They help you so your project doesn't come off the other end of your wire. You'll need crimp pliers. And crimp pliers, as you can see here, have 2 little holes in them. And we'll use both of those when I show it to you. Wire cutters to help cut These are just cutters. They'll help cut the wire. And sometimes to pull the wire through at the end, you need a nose plier. Sometimes you use them, sometimes you don't. So that's what you need for tools. I also have a bead mat here. We talked about bead mats the other day. I always have a bead mat down so my beads don't fly everywhere. They will roll if you don't have a bead mat. A bead mat is like a, oh, I can't think of the word all of a sudden. Holy went out of my head. Oh, it's not velour. It's just a low mat, very soft. This is what they look like. Why did the word went out of my head? I have no idea. Mat. That just stops your beads from rolling. Felt. Thank you. It's not silicone. It is felt. It feels like a felt. All right. And then you will also need some sort of closure and your beads. So I'm not going to tell you what kind of beads to use because you get to choose your own beads. But for closures, you can do the lobster clasp like this. With like, I use a split ring. Some people use a jump ring with those. Or you can use, which is what I use most times than not, is the toggle closure where you have the circle, and he dropped, with the bar. And that's probably what we're going to use tonight will be the toggle closures. So, and then you get to use whatever kind of beads that you would like to make and design for it. So that's literally, I'll leave the bead picking out to what you want. You create your own. Then to measure your bracelets, you have a couple of options. They make these trays where you can lay out your beads in these circles by the different sizes. I don't use bead trays, so I'm not going to use those tonight. Or you can use one where you start at 0 and work your way up and work your way up. When you are creating one, for my size wrist, I probably do 7 inches of beads plus my closure, but I also have a very small wrist. If you have a larger wrist, you just go up a little bit higher than 3.5 on each side to get the 7. Like if you have an 8 inch, you do about 3 3/4, because that would get you to 7.5, and your closure is about 1/2 inch. Joya, I love that she threw away her bead tray. I have them here. They're literally here for you guys so I can show them to you. We're being asked over here, what is a split ring? A split ring is a double rounded, like here, I'm going to show you. Just think of a key ring. A key ring is actually a split ring. If you notice here, where they have the 2 rings, I'm going to show you over here. This is a split ring, this part right here. They make them in all different sizes. This one's a large one. I use a 6mm split ring as my other side of my closure. The reason why I use a split ring over a jump ring is I feel a split ring doesn't open as much as a jump ring. A jump ring is only one and it has an opening in it, and it can open on you and you can lose your design. Yep. So like people don't realize it if you don't make jewelry that's what the technical name is, a split ring, but we just call them key rings. So yeah, no, all the questions you guys have, please go ahead and ask them. I would rather we ask and we all talk about it. That's the one thing I love about this community is that we can all learn from each other. What do you have a small one of, Angie? Or not Angie, Andy? Sorry. So I have a question to ask you guys. What color should we do our bracelet with? You guys go ahead, pick some color or put some colors in the chat. I know I had some on my thing here. Yeah, I'm live on 2 different cameras. I have one phone that is for YouTube and one phone that is for TikTok. Oh, I'm glad. Purple, okay. We got purple. I'm glad we're all learning something new here. That's what this is all about. Ooh, I'm wondering, I haven't done something with these beads in a long time. These are purple beads that are in all different shapes. I got them in literally all the different shapes and stuff. Let's do something with that one. I don't know if I want to put black with it because black would be really, really dark. I am going to point you guys down. Ooh, yeah, red, white, and blue would be good. Hold on. I got to move you a little bit away from each other because you're right next to each other. And I can't get my hands in there to flip you guys down if I... There you go. You should see my spilled out beads. I need another something. I don't know if I want silver. Maybe we should do gold. I don't normally do gold a whole lot, but I think I want to do gold. Yes, they are Elizabeth Ward's bead storage solution trays. I'm just going to do a small gold one in between. All right. When I go to cut this off, I'm going to cut off a piece of wire. I get my ruler out to cut it. Hi, Carrie. All right. I'm going to cut off a 12-inch piece or more. You don't have to be like 18, but just long enough. I don't know how else to say it. The reason why you want it to be a little bit longer is because of how you are going to close it. You want to have a little bit of extra. And when I do my, this one's going to be a random one. This one is not going to have a pattern. I want to select small beads on the ends and work to larger beads in the center because I'm going to be using the toggle closure. If I do big ones on the end, then I have to have a bigger toggle closure. So I am just going to randomly put beads on here. I'm just going to say no two same beads next to each other. This is hard for me to do, but we're going to do this one. So you guys can see, I'm hoping. It's really dark for some reason on YouTube, but I am literally just creating the 3mm gold plated next to one of the purple beads here. I'm just going to add beads. Let's do this one. Total randomness. Hi, Sunrise. Nope, I am using bead wire tonight. Let's do, we have a bigger one of this. Whoops, I don't want to do a square. So let's do this one. He's a little bit bigger. Let's see. I am using a 21 strand wire. My thing does not have a info on it to tell me what the diameter of it is, but it is 21 gauge wire. Does that, or not 21 gauge, 21 strand. Does that help you out? Oh, good. Thank you, Carrie, for letting me know that. Because that's the one thing that I always sit here and question is if YouTube can see what I am doing. This is total randomness of purple. Whoops, I got two gold right next to each other that I just saw. So I need to take one of the two out. Whew, at least I saw it before we went too far. It's 21 strand is what I have here. Let's see, we'll go this way. I don't know if I'm going to have the right... I might be doing a pattern, everybody, because I am going the opposite of what I put on. We'll see if I have enough beads of each shape to do that. And I have no idea what our size our neck bracelet will be then. Let's see this. It might be too big. Okay. And let's do this one. After I said I'm going to try to do random, then I start doing pattern. Hi, Gladys. Small one. That one's bigger. Let's see if I can find a smaller one of these. Right here. Found one. Okay, let's see how long it is. This one might be too long. It is a habit. No, it's okay. It's 7.5. So I'm okay with this. Woohoo! All right, I'm going to pick up these beads and get them out of my way. I am one that cannot do asymmetric. Everything has to be symmetrical. All right, now I need to find a couple of things here. So bear with me for a moment. I need to find a toggle in gold, which I do not have a lot of. Let's do this one. And I have to go get, when I do gold filled crimp tubes. I need to go grab them because I wasn't planning on gold. So hold on while I grab those. Okay, I have them now. Here are my gold crimp tubes. And they are gold filled. Okay, got 2 of those out. All right. Okay, I have my clasp here and my crimp tubes. How this works is you take your wire. I have it in my left hand. I put on one of my closure or crimp tube, sorry, the crimp tube, half of my closure, and then take this piece of wire over the top. Do you see how this is going over the top of my closure? And go back through the crimp tube the opposite way. So here we've got a loop, but if you look at it, you see it's coming through this way. You're going to pull that loop down, making sure that you haven't crossed it inside the tube. You want to keep the top wire on the top and the bottom wire on the bottom on both sides of it. So if you look at this, you'll see, well, daggone it, it doesn't want to like show you. There we go. We have the top and the top. So when you do it, there we go. We got it finally. There we go. He's being a little bit stubborn trying to show you. You want to have this loose enough that it wiggles when you touch it. I'm not hitting it very hard and it's wiggling. But I also don't want it so that I have that much room in there, because that means I'm going to have a little bit extra yeesh. Hi, it's Isabella. So I'm just going to go and keep pushing on that until we get, it's still moving, but it's not as much. So we're good now. There are 2 holes on your crimp pliers. Do you see those holes? One's right here and one's here. Let me show you over here. Whoop, there we go. We got the 2 holes. We're going to go on that back one first. And what I do is I just go in straight in here and cover up that crimp tube with my crimp pliers. Like that. Do you see how he's all fit in there nice and snug? And he's in that back one. Whoops, I moved it because I went to show you and I moved it. See how we're in that back one? You want to be all just snug in there in that way, and then ever so gently just press down. You don't have to kill it, just press it down. And what happens is you will have a U shape in there. See if you can see that. There we go. We got it there on TikTok. See if we can get you on YouTube. You see how you have that U shape in there? And that's fine. I leave that U shape pointing out away from me and come in with my pliers again. This time, cover up that crimp tube with your pliers, but we're going in that first one this time. See? And you just press down ever so gently once again. If it makes a funny noise that goes clunk, or if it like slips, he just slipped out and just put him back in there and press it again. So here we go. We're pressing it down. And when you look at that, I'm going to test it with my thumb. I just take my thumb and do this to see. Nope, it didn't move. But that's how big it is now. It's all in there. You take your 2 pieces of wire, bring the beads and string them over both pieces of wire. Push your beads down. Do that. I don't know why tonight's music selection that they're doing is just not my thing tonight. Alexa, next. I have to listen to certain music when I'm live on Facebook and YouTube. So we get to listen to classical music when we're on live both. So that's, see, I've got that all snug as a rug there. And we got this side with my bead stopper. Take off your bead stopper. Take your crimp tube again. Yes, I'm on TikTok and YouTube tonight, Andy. That's why I have to have classical music. Whenever I'm on YouTube or Facebook, I have to have classical music. You can't have copyrighted music on those 2 apps. All right, you'll see that I have my crimp tube down here. I've got my other half of my clasp. Bring it over the top, back through the bead, the crimp bead tube, and go through a couple of the beads here. Let me show you. My fingers are in the way. There. It's kind of hard to show you when I'm used to doing it, holding it. But you'll notice it's coming up right here. I'm going to bring it up close. You see? Now, I lay this down on my mat and press all my beads down with my crimp tube and hold it with my finger. And then find my piece of wire. Sometimes I need my little tool here to help me pull that through because I couldn't get a hold of it. So now I will do that some more, but this time I can hold it and pull. Yep. So here we go. You see how I've got that just a little bit there? Now what I want to show you is you want to make sure that you have all of the space out here. So sometimes you just turn it this way and don't let it fly down, but there you go. So we're good. That one was easy. I'm excited. Now take your crimp pliers. Once again, go in the back hole. Right there, we're in the back hole. Cover it up and then smush it down. Turn it sideways, come in again, and smush it down. And we have that same crimp that we made on the other end on this end. Now, we have a little piece of wire here. How we get rid of it is I push my beads down and get a, see where I get right in there? I can take my cutters and just cut into, see how I've got just that one piece with the tip of my plier or cutters, and cut it off and then throw that away. And there we have our bracelet. So when you go to wear it, it looks like this. There. There we have it. So this one, the pattern was this big one in the center. It wasn't what I meant to do. And then I just worked out around with the same sort of beads. I just have to have it symmetrical. I cannot do that. Yep, I've had these beads for years. once again, we pulled out a bead that I've had for years and made a bracelet. Not earrings like last time, but there you have it. So yeah, it's a very neat bracelet, I think. And it gives you, they're very, very small sometimes, Angela. I usually don't even have that much left over. In all honesty, with how long I have been making jewelry, I can get mine and just have a little bit of it and you're not wasting that much type scenario. So that's why I end up throwing those away. Oh, poor Joya. So that's just me personally. And when I do dangles, I actually use a head pin and create dangles on mine. But you know what? I can do, like Angela's over here saying, keep that piece that I cut off and create a dangle for the bracelet or something. And you can do all of that. You just need to use another crimp tube to add that to it. And you just go back through and then crimp it with both pieces on it. So yeah, it is doable to do it. And it is a neat thing. I just don't do it very often. And everybody can like take what they learned and like go with it and do different things. So that's what I want to say. I love the creativity. I'm going to put away this one. Now, I know someone said black, someone said white, and someone said red, white, and blue. So we've got some different colors that people put out there when I asked. So hold on. I got to put away these beads. Or else what happens is you have a big messy bead room. Ugh. And I don't want that. So I'm putting those away. And then I'm going to grab, not that red. Let's see what we got for red in this one. We'll do a black and white too, because we'll have time. Yeah, we have time to do a red, white, and blue, and then we'll do a black and white. Let's do that color red. Let me grab white. They're up here. I want faceted, and there's not faceted in that one. Getting another white. Sorry. Oops. Huh. I think I'm going to grab a square one. No, I don't like that one with that. I'm still trying to find my white bead. I have something in my mind, so I gotta find it. There. I didn't want to go back on the shelf very well. Ooh, I think I'm going to do like a clear for the white. Okay. We'll do that one. And then we're going to grab blue. So hold on. Let me grab the blue. Yes, I do. I want like 6 to 4 millimeter white faceted glass. Pretty sad when I'm like, this is what I wanted, and I couldn't find it. There. With silver plated in between. All right, I found what I want. It is just a bead mat is what it is. And my, see, these are a little bit bigger. And my red and blue are just a little bit smaller. So I wanted to have like the 6x4, which is what these two sizes are for the blue and the red, but I didn't have them, but I have some clearish 6x8. So I'm going to use those. Oh, you're welcome. Any other questions that I missed, you guys, while you were talking? You guys ask away, because I was turned away from the comments. So when we talked about how long, when I literally do a bead bracelet, I usually go right about 12 inches to create mine. I put my bead stopper on. I'm going to put the silver plated, then we're going to go blue. I'm not going to put beads between each one of these. I'll do them between each set. This is what I had in my mind. So I'll show it to you in just a sec here. I'm going to make 2 sets of it and then show you what I was thinking when I heard these colors. Oh no, Miss Chris, what's going on? So that is what we're doing here. I think that looks cool. I'm just going to repeat that pattern. It's neat, I think. And I could do a bigger silver bead in between, but I want the colors to be the focal. But you do have to do something to break up the colors sometimes, or else it gets to be too much, I think. Oh, I just have been doing this for a long time, so it's just like go. But picking out those beads took me longer than most. Ah, feel for you, Miss Chris. Hopefully you get it worked out before tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we will be doing the shell beads, and then I'll have some glass beads tomorrow night. So when I mean shell, I mean the mother of pearl shell that we all just love. I think one more set. Let's see what the length is right now. Okay, I totally understand, Miss Joya. Yep, once again, we're at 7.5. So here is what the bracelet will look like. And I am going to get a silver toggle. You can use whatever kind of toggle you would like. I just used, or closure, I mean. I just happen to always use toggles mostly when I do wires. I just need 2 crimp tubes. Thank you, Mia. So once again, we're going to take our crimp tube. So we have the crimp tube. Then we have our closure. So then crimp tube closure over the top and back through the crimp tube the opposite direction. Push that down so you still have a little bit of wiggle room, but you don't have a lot of extra space. Grab your crimp pliers. She's over on TikTok, or she's over on YouTube, Rose. And then let's go ahead and mush this. And the back one, where you're going to cover it up. Oh, there we go. And smush it down. Turn it sideways. And smush it down again. And he made a noise that he did not close. He moved on me. There we go. And he is stuck. Rose says, hi, Chris. You're going to be missed over on TikTok. Now I'm just covering up my wire with beads. Just go in there. Chris says, hi, Rose. Mia says, hi, Chris. We're going to do the other end. We're going to put that other end of that top, or the other crimp tube. See how I'm a crimp tube? And then the other half of the closure. And then over the top of the closure and back through your crimp tube and a few of the beads. They think you're trying to hide from them. That's what they're saying over here, Miss Chris. They think you want to hide. I know you don't. I think you'd rather be over on the other one. Let's get that held down. I hold it with my fingers or however, and then I pull it. I have different ways that I hold it just to get it done. Hi, Angela. So there we go. We got that on there. And now I'm going to grab my crimp pliers again and go in there and crimp in the first one, turn it sideways and crimp in the second one. And see, my string isn't that long, but I put a bend in him, so I don't want to use that. Then I'm going to cut that off. Just get in there and cut that off. And get rid of that. And there is our second bracelet. This is the red, white, and blue bracelet. Okay. Now I'm going to put away my beads. I think it's pretty cool. All right. I did not put away my purple beads. That was unusual. So we're going to put away the blue. I'm going to grab my two purple trays, put them away. I have to have my label side out so I know what I'm going to be grabbing. All right, got those two. Grab the white and put them away in this tray, and then I'm going to put the trays away. So hold on just while I put those away. There's the label. It's exercise time. Up and down, getting my containers. And then I want to put away the red. There's one. And there's the other one. Let me pull those out a little bit and get that one in there. There we go. Now we're going to do, oh, I put away the white. I put all the white away and I want it. That was pretty funny. Well, hello, Miss Rosemary. I love how you're Rosemary over here. All right, we were going to do black and white. So I got to find some white. There was a bead that I really liked in the whites in glass. Let's see if I can get it. Now I'm pulling the whites out again. TikTok's going to be like, no one's on the camera. Hello? Because I have to keep going back to the same thing. It's like going to be the last tray, I bet. Heck yeah. There it is. I want this square bead. Let me show you here. I want to use the square bead. So I had to get that one out. Move all those out of the way. Now we got to find a black one. But I don't want a square black because you don't put square to square. Hey, we got our goal, so we can do a giveaway. So, okay, we'll do the giveaway and then I'll find the black bead. Hi, Zoe's Awesome Adventurer. How are you doing? Now, everybody, we're going to do a bead soup giveaway. A number between 1 and 50. A number between 1 and 50. And both TikTok and YouTube can do that. I'm doing awesome. Thank you. Let's see which one of you will get it first. Which social media. All right. It looks like someone on TikTok got it. Wow, you guys are getting fast there. It was Miss Paige. The number was 34. And Rosemary, she guessed it right after that. Oh, my Lord. So Miss Paige is the winner. Sorry I didn't grab you there, Paige, and put you up there. But Paige is the winner. You have, I didn't even realize this till now, green or red. We're going to do a green or red bead soup. You let me know which one you want. Congratulations. As I say, Rose, did you get the note? It's Paige. That green. Okay. Ooh, I think I know which one I want there. Let me put your name in there. I'll put it in your container. Woohoo. Congratulations. Now, I think I found the bead I want. Let's see. There is a bead in here. It's another faceted rondelle, but he is half black and half silver. And then with this white square, I'm wondering what this will look like. I do not want these small 3mm spacers in here. I want something else. So hold on while I get those put away and grab a different style of bead here. I have a stack of stuff I gotta put away. Let's see. Ooh, maybe this one. Let's see what this looks like. Hope I have enough. Let's try this Tibetan one. Yeah, let's try. I don't have a whole lot of the rhinestones. They're like put away for you guys for sale. You're talking like the way, like the rhinestones with the clear in them. Is that what you're talking about, Joya? The circles? Let's see what this. Yeah, I do not have them up here. Don't know that I like it like, oh, I know what I might do. Hold on. How big is this hole? I think this will work. I might do something similar to what we did before, where we have, I'm going to do black, white, black. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Okay, we're doing that. Yep, and it's like, it's downstairs. That's where I put all of the extra beads that are not sold, is they go downstairs. Someday when I have my shoe shed, they will be all in one room. And then I can go grab them when I want them. I just don't have them in my own bead stock. My own bead supplies. This is what we got going on. No way! That is cool, Rose. Okay, Zoe, I'm sorry, I didn't see your comment before. I create jewelry and teach it also. I don't know why I like that one, but I'm liking it. So we're going with it. So for the bead sales this week, you know, we talked about, should I do one on Friday or not? What I'm going to end up doing is on tomorrow night, we'll have our normal amount for a Tuesday night. We'll do the same thing on Friday with like what we would normally have for a Tuesday night, not be over amount. And then Saturday, we will have a couple different head pins. One's going to be a gold one and one is going to be Guns Metal. And then, so what I plan to do is like one of the head pin, and then I will do a strand of a glass bead. Then we'll do the other head pin and do a strand of glass beads. And then we'll switch over and we'll do chain, glass bead, chain, glass bead. So going back and forth. And I have about 7 different chains, I think, or 8 that we'll have up for sale on Saturday. And with the glass strands, there's 20 to 50 strands of each strand available. So we'll have a lot. Okay, that is a long one. We're going to take one of the patterns off. He was like almost 9 inches. There we go. So this is the pattern that we went with. Oh, but that's fun, Zoe. That's what it's all about. I know, I don't do the bead sales over there. I'm going to get these extra beads out of my way. Whoops, we left one of the white ones here. Now I'm going to grab a closure. So now, one thing that you're going to notice, this bead here is bigger than the other ones that we've used on the end, on either one of these. With that being said, you're going to want to take and have a larger circle for your toggle because you want it to go through this. So here's for an example. When you go to take this on and off, I'm going to do it over here on YouTube first, and then I'll come over, or on TikTok, and then I'll go to YouTube. Do you see how when you go to do this, let me get it, you get some of the bead up in there and then drop it down. And when you put it back on, you're going to bring up the bead part way when you go to do it. It's really hard to do this when you're not doing it on your own wrist. But see how that bead comes up in there and then you put it down. So you want to make sure your circle is large enough that that bead can pass through, the last bead. So if you notice, I bring it up a little bit. And you see how that bead's coming through part way before you put it down. This is where I said it's hard when you're doing it not on your wrist. Oh, you're welcome. We always shout everybody out. When you say hi, I say hi back. If you ask for a shout out, I will. So that's why when you pick your toggle closure, plus then it will also match your bracelet. You don't want to go with one that is too big, because if it's too big, it will fall off very easy, and also it will become a focal. If you want it to be your focal, go for it, but I always hide my toggles by the size. I want them to match what I am creating and not go big. So I gotta find a little bit larger clasp, but not too big. Let's see where my other finding one is at. So I can see what I got for closures in here. I'm looking for a certain color too. When you're in silver, if you do jewelry, silver can come in different colors. You can have the platinum, you can have the silver, you can have antique silver. So I'm just trying to find the right color to go with what we just made. That's why I'm having a hard time deciding which one. Does anybody else have this problem where you're sitting there going, what one do I want to go with? Oh, here we go. I found one. All right. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. You can move your toggle to the front and have it be the focal. Thank you, Davina. I do love where I store my beads now. It's taken me years to get there. All right, here we go. We're gonna grab our our crimp tube, half of the toggle closure, over the top, and back through the crimp tube the opposite way. Oh, that's okay. I totally get it. All right. Grab your crimp pliers, put it in the back hole, cover it up. There we go. Like this. And then smash it down. Turn it sideways so your U is facing out. And go in that front hole here. So we're in that front one now. And smush it down. Did not get it smashed down because my toggle was getting in my way. There we go. Haha, got it. Yep, he is in there good. All right, cover up. Roosh. Courtney's here and she's got allergies and it's really bothering her right now because of all the pollens in the air. So she's having a coughing spell. I bet you guys can hear her. Putting on this end the closure or the crimp tube, your other end of the closure, and then over the top and through the beads. True. We've got that on there and we're going to pull that. We're not going to get it so tight that it can't, like here it can move a little bit and that's what we want. We don't want it so tight that it doesn't move. Then we're going to take our crimp. Hold on. It didn't go through there the other way. Hold on. See what happened? He's not in the tube. I'm glad I saw that before I crimped. Because then you have to redo your entire project. And we don't want that. There we go. We got it in there. Whew. All right. There we go. He is wiggly. Let's go in there. I got it in the first one. I'm going to turn it sideways and crimp it on the second one. There we go. Get this turned over there and then cut this off. And that's how you do it. We are a little bit past 9, but that's okay. So there is our third one. To me, this bracelet will go with so much. So those are the 3 bracelets that we made tonight with the questions that you guys, or with the colors you guys said. The crimp tubes are a 2mm size crimp tubes. Thank you. There we go. We'll come up. So, these will, I'm going to do Friday. We will have our pop-up for the jewelry at 4 o'clock. These 3 bracelets will be available. That will be on TikTok and Facebook group. There, I had to do my puzzle piece for TikTok. Sorry, everybody. So these 3 will be available that night at 4 p.m. Central. Oh, you're welcome. Is it Sinwin? Is that how you pronounce it? So we'll have those then. Tomorrow night will be bead sale over here on TikTok. Oh my Lord, I'm getting YouTube and TikTok mixed up. The one thing I was going to tell you guys about, oh, hi, Cindy, is that I told you guys that I was working on something today. And so that's why I don't have everything ready for tomorrow's bead sale. But I do not have that. That's okay, Miss Joya. You have a great couple of days. It's going to be weird to not see you for 2 days. I do not do affiliate links. What I say to find them is to Google Elizabeth Ward Bead Storage Solutions. So, and that's what they are. Elizabeth Ward Bead Storage Solutions. Tomorrow night, oh yes, I will share any information, you guys, with you. Tomorrow night, we will be doing the bead sale. I am trying to change things up. It's a little bit different than the past, and I wanted to spend a few minutes talking to you about it so that everybody understood when I usually do my normal like intros and when I explain something. We are changing it up. We had a conversation today because I have had where people on my lives will claim, but then when I go to invoice them, they do not pay the invoice. Oh no, Miss Jade. Yes, I do kids bracelets like for 4 and up. And I usually use stretchy for those. And I just did the stretchy tutorial last week. Ooh, oh yeah. So what I'm going to do is a change up to make sure that when people come in new, and a lot of them are the newer ones that weren't paying. And so we were on a chat earlier today talking about this, and someone suggested this. So I thought I'm going to do this and we can see how it goes. If it goes great with the sales and everybody's good with it, we'll keep this going. What it is that I will put, if you are new to me for the first time doing an order, there will be where you need to pay a $25 deposit is what I decided on. The reason why I went with the $25 deposit is that gets you free shipping. So we can hold your order if you didn't get it in the first week until you get to $25. And then you have free shipping. So you pay the deposit and it's applied to your first order. So I am going to be doing that. And because of doing that, then the information that I'm constantly asking for over and over again, and people miss out on giving to me, so then I can't invoice, is I will then have your email address and your mailing address. So everything will be totally kosher on it, and you will get that. I'll get that information without having you fill out the form. So, and it really is coming down to making sure that you're committed to doing the purchasing as much as I'm committed to bringing beads to you guys, or that way. Yes, I've had a lot of orders with a lot of dollar amounts that weren't being paid after they've been claimed. And so this is how we're going to do this. I can see Zoe. I do have to package some orders yet tonight, so I got to get that done for sure. But hold on, Zoe, okay? So what it'll do is it's going to replace where I say go to this, do this, and fill out the form. I'm just going to say go to my bio. The first thing in my bio now is a link for that deposit. I'm hoping that'll help with this whole entire process. I'm just looking at ways to make sure that we've got that going on. So that's going to be something new tomorrow night. So that's number one new. Second new is that I am looking at putting barcodes on all of my items so that when we go to invoice, I just have to scan the items in and put your name on it and it's done and I can send your invoices out right away. I'm like so excited about that. So, and so I'm working on getting that all set up. I don't know if I'm going to have that all set up for tomorrow night, but, and I used my normal size bags and that barcode is huge, but I think you can read the writing. So let me show you. I got one of them done. I'm going to show y'all. Hold on. Got trays all around me. So this is what they look like. So it's a big honking barcode, but the description of what I've been putting on your bags is all there. So, but if you would claim 2 of these, yes, you can do those, Rosemary. Why am I calling you Rosemary? Rose, you can do that. I thought of you. They're just, it's only $25 increments that I'm doing it in, okay? So, they have, see, they have all the information that you have here, and it's going to have the price at the bottom. So I hope this will have all the information that you currently get today with the barcode. And then when you guys claim them, I'll go off my list and I'll be like, oh, this person has this one. And I just click it with a scanner or with my phone and it creates your guys' invoices. Do you know, I'm hoping that this saves time. So you know how I have individuals helping me out now? As soon as I know what items are going to be up for sale, I'm going to have them start putting the barcode on the packages for me, getting them ready. So I don't know that I'll have it all ready for. So you guys are going to see some differences in the way that your packages come, you know, with your items than what we had before. I know I can do a smaller barcode, but my question is, I need your help. Can you, I know it's through this, but you can read, to me, I could read this. If I went smaller, is that going to be too hard to read? I just want you guys to know, because I do have labels that are smaller than this, but I want you to be able to read it. But I can't make this barcode smaller and this print larger with this, with that. Okay, I'm just going to leave them as the big one. I know that barcode's big, but this, I want you guys to read. I don't want it to be small and you guys are struggling to read it. You want it smaller, Gladys, or not? You guys, I really need to know what size. And I think part of me is saying I'm going to leave them at this size so you can read it with what's inside the bag. And if you ordered, like, let's say this is one of the items that we're going to have tomorrow. They are mother of pearl shells in like a big, not chip. Well, the first day they do, but I will tell you this. Oh, no, this is going to stick on. I have 3 more rolls of this size with that sticker. The next one, I haven't undone those to see what those are like. The company that I used for these, I wasn't getting them in. I signed up to get them as a subscription and they would come in automatically and I'm not getting them. So I went with a different company and I'll see if those will come off. But I haven't opened those up to see. So I am literally trying all kinds of new things here, you guys. I'm always trying to think of how can we save time because that brings savings to you guys. I want to, you know, yesterday I spent half the day with Mother's Day stuff and then came home and between Ryan and I, we spent 6 hours invoicing. They're in your bag now. So I want to cut that invoicing time down and not be 6 hours. That was 6 hours after I sorted everything. And I spent like 6 to 8 hours sorting. I want to get this down so that when I invoice you guys, it does not take me an entire day to do it. So that is where I am at. Yep. And so, and literally what also happens is when you guys pay it and then I go to fill your box, I can scan each one of these items and make sure that the right items are in your box. So yes. So that's where I'm coming from, and what I want to do is decrease the amount of time. I will share my business with you. I want to decrease the time and increase my time with my family and have a good balance. Because remember, this is my part-time job, but we have employees now. So it's turning into, if you looked at my time plus all the employees' times, it's over a full-time job now. So that's where that's at. And I know over here, Zoe, are you still on? On YouTube? I don't know if I can tell. I can't tell who's all on. Yeah, I just want to spend time with them when they're here. And yesterday was a great day. It was Mother's Day. I don't, and we will be, and plus also, just to let you guys know, starting in June, so in about 3 weeks, I think it is, one of our kids has baseball. So I will be taking Thursday nights off to go to baseball games. And also Saturday, or not Saturday, every Sunday, they have a game. So I won't have as much time because we will be going to baseball games. And that's for June and July, and I think into August even. So, sorry guys. When we get to baseball season, I'll only be live on TikTok 5 days a week. Sorry. But just for part of the summer. And it's Thursday nights only. So, I don't know if she is, I was going to say, Zoe, are you still there? But Thursdays is usually like a tutorial or chat night. So it's not a save penny night. Sorry. I sell beads and jewelry. So tomorrow night I will be live doing beads where I will be selling like here's one of them that I have up. They're going to be a brand and they are mother of pearl, like the triangle like. They didn't give me a name for the shape. Okay. I don't do bead sales on YouTube yet because I haven't figured that out. I just started going live on YouTube recently. You have a good night, Danielle. Yep, thank you, Liz. That is so sweet. So that's what we've got going on. So Zoe asked for one more item over here to make tonight. She was looking for, I got to remember now, I'm going to go back, a light purple bracelet. She was asking if I could make that. So Zoe, I have a question. Did you want it in stretchy or on wire? You need to let me know, stretchy or wire. Ah, thank you, Christine. And I go ahead and follow me here. Tuesdays and Fridays, I sell beads. Twice a week, I do tutorials, and twice we do chats. And on Friday afternoons, I sell jewelry. So please come follow. Yeah, I do tutorials twice a week. Tonight, we were doing a bead one. Stretchy. Okay, let me go grab the stretchy, and I'll show you, Zoe. So we're going to do a stretchy bracelet here really quick because someone on TikTok or on YouTube is asking about it. So I'm going to stay on just a little bit. Today is Monday. Normally what it is Mondays are usually either a chat night or a YouTube subscriber night. I will be off on Wednesday, so I moved my tutorial to Monday nights. I usually do tutorials on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So welcome in. Oh, no, Zoe, you do not have to buy it. This is what I do. I will teach it to you. It will be up for sale on Friday. So do not hesitate. I will teach you guys how to make jewelry. That is what I'm here for, is this is a community where we teach each other how to do jewelry, how to have a business. how it all works, and therefore supporting each other. It does not mean you have to purchase from me. The way I look at it is if you don't have the money to purchase, I am perfectly okay with that. All I ask is that you like, you share, and comment. Okay? Because that helps grow everything. So let me grab my stretchy. All right. So here I have my stretchy cord. With stretchy, I've been making these long enough that I could do a 10-inch piece. If you're new to making them, I would say go to 12 to cut this off. Oh yeah, come in and join in the real Casey. So Casey, we have a lot of different people here in this community. I'm going to put you guys down so you can see that will teach different things. If you would follow me, there was also Zuli also does tutorials once a month that she calls them workshops. Go ahead and follow Zuli. And she will get you information too. There's others here that once you start learning the community, you will follow each other and they will help you learn. We are all here to learn together. I'm trying to find a light purple bead, so just give me a moment while I find a light purple. Ooh, this one. I'm going to pull this tray. I am going to do a crackle bead, and I have two sizes of this one. Okay. And I am going to grab this size. All right. Oh, you do not have to. You do not. I am just showing you. You do not have to purchase this, Miss Zoe. Over here on TikTok, Zoe, we have someone named Heidi that's like, Zoe's trying to make you take my pennies with purple because she loves purple. So do not feel like you have to purchase this. This is really meant for you to learn. Thank you, Christine. They are Elizabeth Ward Bead Storage Solution. So I am going to take and do a 4mm silver plated. Then I do a crackle in this light purple. If I can find, crackle beads have a hole that is hard to find sometimes. And with having the LASIK that I had done, this is sometimes a little bit harder. So it might take me a moment to find the holes. It's usually not this bad, but crackle beads are not the easiest for me. You just got to give me a moment to find it in the circle. There it is. And you just repeat this pattern. So it is 4mm silver plated, 8mm crackle silver plated 4, and then it'll be a 10mm crackle. So I'll show you the pattern here in just a second. Holy wow. There it is. So this is going to be the pattern. Oh, that's cool. And I am just going to keep, whoops, do you guys see my boo-boo here? I have 2 silver in a row, so I want to take that off. At least I found it before I got too far in, because sometimes I get going and I don't see it, and then you're like, no, I have to redo it. Thank you, Allie. Yes, crackle is one of the harder beads because of the glare on the inside of the bead from the crackling. Makes it hard to see where the circles or the holes are at for the bead. And the way I had LASIK is that at certain points, it's harder for me to see because I have one far and one near eye. So threading a needle and crackle beads are not always easy for me. There it is. You have a graduate, Heidi? I did not know that. Holy wow. I do not string with a needle. The elastic that I use, or the stretch cord that I use, would be very hard to be doubled up and to go through it like you would with a needle. So that's why there's different types of elastic cord that you can use. I use stretch cord, and it's usually clear. You can get it in different colors, but I use the clear one. There we go. There. When you're doing your patterns for a wire, you're going to end where it is not the same, because like if you noticed, I ended with the same bead on both sides, because it doesn't come around full circle because you have the toggle in between. When you are dealing with the stretchy, you're going to end with your pattern to go repeat in a circle. So you don't want to, like here I did a 8mm in a silver plated. I don't want to end with the 8mm and silver plated on the other end, because when I put it together, I'd have two 8mm next to each other. You're going to want to do a purple 10mm. So like here where I've got the 10mm on the top and the silver plated and the 8 on the bottom, that's how you would want that to end. And I'm only at 6.5, so I need to put some more on here. All right, Miss Liz. And I know I've had questions about, can we do prepays or that type of thing? And I was trying to figure out how to do gift cards and gift certificates or gift codes and that type of thing. And that on Shopify was not easy to do. So I was striking out on ideas, but this whole deposit thing that I came up with that we're going to start tomorrow night will be, if you want to prepay your orders and use that so that you know where you're at, you sure can do that. And I will just apply it towards your next order. Some people just have to have that money set aside and not available as part of their budgeting process. I totally get it. There is something in that hole that needs to come out. There we go. That was covering up its hole. All right, so here we go. I think that's going to be long enough. Yep, this is going to be like an 8.5-inch bracelet in the diameter on the inside. So it's going to be a bigger one. What you do, you have your right or your left hand and your right hand. So let me back up. I'm going to come up a little bit to do this. Okay. So you're going to take your left hand and go over the top of the right, make an X, and take that top one and bring it around in the circle here. Bring it together. She didn't say what size. I'm just making this for just to sell, because she's not sure if she would be able to buy it. I can always adjust it. I let it go for a second there. So left over right through there, bring it together. Now we're going to do right over left, go in the center and bring that one through, and now pull it tight. like that. Grab a hold, and I made a boo-boo. So we're going to have to open this puppy up. You'll see what the boo-boo is. I thought there was at the bottom a silver-plated bead, and there is not. So I need to open that up and put on a silver-plated bead. Oh, good thing I didn't take it tight yet. It was not tight. So my boo-boo is good. Whew. I don't have to restring. So we're going to do this one more time. We're going to do left over right. Get it close. Yes, I was lucky. Right over left. Bring it through that center hole. And now pull it really tight. This time I got it tight. So there's no going back. So there, I'm pulling it open by holding both beads on both sides, and it is in there. I am a gluer. Not everybody's gluers. This is up to you. I use the Hypo Cement glue, and I put a dab of that on the knot. To me, it just secures our knot. There we go. I leave this overnight to dry. Then tomorrow I would come in, and just like we were doing with the wire earlier, I get that right in there close, and I cut off my extra of this. So that is how we do that. And then we come in and just cut this right down. That is how you make a stretchy. Oh, yeah. Yep, I got it. My bracelets are anywheres from, like, depending on what it is, they'll be $4 to $8 usually. Some of them may be a little bit more. Earrings are anywhere from $4 to like $7. Necklaces can be anywhere from like $4 all the way up to $20. My thing is that I use things that I want you to be able to change out your jewelry, so I do not charge a huge fee for mine. And I sell jewelry on Fridays at, this week it will be at 4 p.m. Central here on TikTok. Oh, geez. I was going to say, Miss Zoe. Yep. So I will tell you. Okay. Yes, I remember Amanda. All of my YouTube lives are saved. So you can go back out and rewatch at the end and see how to make this too. So even for those of you that are here on TikTok, if you have a YouTube channel and you can go over there, to get to my YouTube, you just go to CJS again. You get to a hyperlink in my bio. Click on that, you get a list. All the way to the bottom is my YouTube, and that is where you can go and subscribe and watch my replays of the lives where I do tutorials and chat nights. Hi, Gabriella, sorry, I forgot the A at the end. So that is what we had for tonight. My battery is about ready to die over here, so I'm going to have to hop off. I will be back on TikTok at 8 p.m. for the bead sale. I'm going to have somewhere around 20-ish items. Yep, you guys can rewatch all of them that are, it will be normally Friday, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays that you guys can all rewatch. I hope everybody has a great night. I will be back Tuesday for bead sale here, and I will be back on both YouTube and TikTok on Thursday. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.